Each and every day, people are put in the front line of danger and you don't even realize it. They could be defusing a bomb threat that could cause mass destruction, or they could be lurking in the shadows, keeping their eye on the next target. From those protecting extremely important facilities to only the best of the best. Here are 12 secret special forces around the world.
Hey guys, this is American Eye, bringing you another great video.
Number 12. Bomb Squad. When you got a suspicious suitcase or box lying around, who you gonna call? The Bomb Squad. They got some seriously advanced stuff known as EOD suits. This armored group of elite law enforcement wear clothing that are specifically designed to withstand heavy explosions. These men and women are trained to defuse explosives and keep us safe from unknown threats. You might be alive because of them without even knowing it. The suits are made of tightly woven Kevlar fibers that absorb the impact of the blast through the suit instead of the person. Other plates are added made from plastic that are 5 times stronger than steel, so they should withstand the explosion of most conventional devices. It's also made of fire-resistant materials in case they have to enter a flaming building. Of course, there's going to be some setbacks. The suits are rather bulky and they aren't really made for you to run fast in. The $27,000 price tag to produce is quite high, but keeping these special forces safe is a high priority. Number 11. U.S. Air Force Tactical Response Unit. One of the more secretive Air Force special units, these guys have a serious job where a mission failed could mean the apocalypse. This is almost like a SWAT team that's called to protect the United States Air Force missile silos across the country and maybe elsewhere. These are possibly the most important security guards out there and are regularly patrolling intercontinental nuclear bases. They also provide convoys when the Air Force might have some suspicious nuclear cargo making its way through your town. Since they specialize in protecting and are highly trained in defensive strategies, it makes them quite different than many special forces on this list. Many of their bases are found in states like Wyoming, North Dakota, and Montana. The assault teams are armed with state-of-the-art equipment such as M4s, 9mm Berettas, 12-gauge shotguns, and all kinds of sniper rifles and heavy machine guns. Number 10. Secret Service. The name should give you a hint that these guys are pretty secretive. Once you become president, you'll notice you get quite a few perks. Some of those perks don't end once the term is up. Any former president and his family are entitled to the benefits of having Secret Service following them around all the time. This includes the First Lady and his children until they reach the age of 16. If the former lady decides to get a divorce or the former president passes away, she loses rights to Secret Service protection. Imagine just trying to go out with some of your friends, but you got some men in black following you around packing some heat. Maybe the president uses his Secret Service to keep an eye on what his wife is up to during some of those long business trips. Maybe they gotta make sure the First Lady stays loyal. Whatever they do exactly is still pretty secretive. There have been many reports of some of the First Ladies not being very easy to work with. They often demand much more privacy. Number 9. Airport Drone Patrol. With the increase in airport security, special people will need to be employed to keep a close eye on everything going on. With drones gaining more and more popularity, there needs to be some type of anti-drone gun to shoot down these pesky little flying devices. Drones pose threats when flying over airspace and over restricted areas. Law enforcement now doesn't need any heat-seeking missiles to take them out, but just one of these drone guns to get the job done. These fire radio-jamming radio waves into the vicinity of the drone in order to confuse the control system. It's actually capable of picking out drones over 5 miles away. This is not intended for civilian use for now at least, and the company that developed it is only offering it to law enforcement. If the operator chooses, the drone won't crash from the sky, but just simply take a direct land to the ground below. The secret special agents can then search through the drone and see what kind of footage it picked up. So next time you think about flying a drone over Area 51, be expecting these anti-drone guns to be put to use. Number 8. SAS. The British Special Air Service is without a doubt one of the most secretive and elite special military organizations in the world. It guards its operations and secrets very carefully. While much of this organization is shrouded in mystery, the public did see them get put to use during a hostage situation in 1980. This was where 26 people were being held captive at the Iranian embassy in South Kensington. After a gunman took the life of a hostage, the SAS was called to get some work done. 25 of the 26 hostages were rescued, and 5 of the 6 hostage takers were killed. The other one, yeah, he was captured. People were quite impressed with their ability to swiftly take care of the situation. The modern-day SAS are quite advanced too. Here we see some of the modern-day SAS with cameras on their heads, dressed up in a desert camouflage for their next mission. Number 7. Mossad. The full name in Hebrew is a little bit difficult to pronounce for Gentiles, but they're most commonly referred to as Mossad. We could probably compare them to the FBI or CIA of the State of Israel. Possibly the largest espionage organization in the Middle East, they've worked hand in hand with the US in modern times, but much of what they do is shrouded in secrecy. They work on the front lines against terrorism and include agents who conduct assassinations and sabotage. Similar to the Israeli army, females take a big role in this agency, despite them being hard to recruit. Some theorists feel as though Mossad might even be responsible for the JFK assassination after he was getting a little bit suspicious on Israel's transparent nuclear program. They've been touted as one of the most ruthless and effective secret agencies around the world, and you don't want to be on their wrong side. Number 6. Delta Force. Delta Force is made up of some of the most elite special forces that the Army already has. Many of them come from the Army Rangers, but also some other branches of the military. This is basically the most elite all-star team the US can come up with. The 6 months training course of Delta Force consists of advanced courses of marksmanship, as well as other mysterious courses given by the FBI and FAA. One of the stranger skills that not all special forces will have the chance to learn is lockpicking, which Delta Force gets trained in. The locks they specialize in opening includes car locks and safes. Other things they get trained in include espionage techniques, surveillance and counter-surveillance, advanced automobile driving, sniping, and how to handle hostage situations. Number 5. Taiwan Security Forces. Taiwan has openly wanted their independence. China has vowed to make them part of the republic, even if deadly force is necessary. Not too much is documented about them, but their new uniforms certainly seem to be intimidating. A Japanese news company got a hold of these photos, and many are wondering what Taiwan might have up their sleeve if China does decide to attack. These masks were put on display during a military parade, which the Taiwanese claim to be bulletproof from close range. They say it can stop a .357 caliber slug pointed right at them point-blank range. Could also be something good to wear during the zombie apocalypse. Number 4. Danish Huntsman. Throughout the Cold War, the Danish Huntsman trained to unbelievable levels that would be gruesome to any well-trained soldier on the planet. In order to be a part of the crew, these special forces are pushed to the absolute limit mentally and physically. The elite soldiers are a part of the Royal Danish Army, and their primary tasks include unconventional warfare, covert ops, combat search and rescue, direct action, and counterterrorism. Other missions they might be asked to partake in include hostage rescue, sabotage, and information operations. Also known as Jaegers, which means hunters in Danish, they've conducted reconnaissance missions in Afghanistan and direct action raids on the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. Snipers are equipped with the PSG-1 Heckler & Koch 7.62 caliber rifle with the effective range of more than 800 yards. Number 3. SEAL Team 6. When you think of Special Forces, you think of Navy SEALs. Many of their operations are listed as top secret, and there's a good chance we'll never know the true extent of what they've been up to. Secret assassination attempts, sabotage, hostage rescue, and other risky missions are all responsibilities for the specially trained force. But who are the most elite and secretive of the Navy SEALs? SEAL Team 6. After 9/11, their budget took a huge increase and are thought to have about 1,800 members right now, including females who conduct espionage missions. Only the smartest and physically fit will join the club, and combat experience is typically a requirement. Only 1 out of 8 SEALs who apply for SEAL Team 6 are expected to make it. Much of their training and outfits still remain a secret. Number 2. Russian Alpha Group. Also known as Spetsnaz, this elite group of special forces is hand-selected by the KGB to conduct high-risk counterterrorism missions. In the 1970s, their numbers began to grow, and they helped the Soviet Union secure dominance over their oppositions. They've been given the reputation as being the most brutal and toughest special forces in the world, and must survive intense pain tolerance training. This typically includes getting beat by their commanding officer or getting hit with a sledgehammer and a brick. They have a unique set of standards which helps desensitize them from things most of us would consider horrific. They've been called upon to complete missions where they are vastly outnumbered and have come out victorious in many different situations. And number 1. The Camodudes. The security and surveillance around Area 51 seems to be mysteriously high if it were just any normal military base, and it's one of the largest no-fly zones in the US. It's not just the Air Force that's stationed here either. Private contractors, who most likely receive higher wages to protect this land known as Camodudes, watch anyone who ventures close to the base like a hawk. They protect the most secretive base and are paid to protect it at all costs. This essentially gives them the ability to use deadly force if you dare cross the line and technically not be associated with the Air Force. They're believed to be associated with the URS Corporation, who also protects NASA facilities. The Camodudes are often spotted in the desert camouflage with bulletproof vests and certainly don't like sightseers or extreme tourists who think it's cool to get a photo with the sign. The Camodudes might not exactly know what's going on at the base, but they're paid to protect it at all costs. They monitor the border 24/7 with cameras and have perfect vantage points to take anyone out with a sniper rifle behind the desert shrubs.